persiansquared.com.
I'm very proud to be here, but I'm proud because of one and very specific reason. I was just told that this hall was once a church, and now it's a kind of a cultural home for talks, concerts. My God, this is what they were doing to churches in the late 20s and early 30s under Stalin, turning them into homes of culture where they had concerts and so on. So it's nice to be here in the truly Bolshevik part of London. Okay. Nils Bohr, quantum physics, once was visited at a country, at his country house by a friend. There he had above the entrance door a horseshoe. In Central Europe, the superstitious item signaling destined, that's the idea, to prevent evil spirits to enter the house. And the friend asks him, why do you have this here? Are you stupid? Are you superstitious? And Nils Bohr gave him a perfect answer. No, I'm not stupid. I'm a scientist. Of course, I don't believe in it. But I have it there because I was told that it works even if you don't believe in it. That's ideology today. We don't believe in it. We are all cynics. But actually, we believe in it much more. Did you notice something strange if you watched some of the recent Hollywood movies? I always think, as I already tried to demonstrate at the very beginning, that they tell quite a lot about where we stand ideologically. For example, did you see the last James Bond, Quantum of Solace? Did you notice a strange thing about this film? I know it's politically progressive. Basically, James Bond saves the Evo Morales regime from a capitalist coup. But did you notice that there is no sex at the end? This is the first James Bond film where at the end, the couple just Bond and the Bond girl, they embrace themselves, they're too traumatized, nothing happens. Now let's go even lower. Dan Brown, we really cannot go lower. Did you notice that in the Da Vinci Code, no sex? And I claim that's how you have to read the fact that poor Jesus Christ himself has to make love. There is sex up there to cover up the fact that there is no sex here between Robert Langdon and the granddaughter of Jesus Christ. In The Lost Symbol, I think one of the candidates for the worst novel of all times, there is absolutely not even a sexual attraction. Things are even more interesting in the last Dan Brown film, Angels and Demons. There is sex in the novel between Robert Langdon and the heroine, that Italian scientist, Vittoria Vetra, but not in the film. Isn't this strange? Like, up till now, we were saying Hollywood is adding sex to make it more commercial. Now Hollywood is deleting sex to make it. Why? I claim that, and this is part of subjective self-commodification, more and more, and here I'm incurably romantic, even this idea of passionate sexual attachment or of passion or passionate love is more and more perceived as potentially dangerous. This narcissistic, solipsistic, subjective economy is getting so strong that, sorry to repeat my old joke, in the same way that we like to get today on the market, like coffee without caffeine, sausages without fat, cakes without sugar, beer without alcohol, whatever, we like love without its dangerous, traumatic moment. Ideology are not these big things, fight for freedom or whatever. Nobody takes that seriously. The ideology is what? To conclude with my example that I refer to all the time. Ideology is going to the Starbucks coffee. Why? You know what happens when you enter it. You get all those posters there informing you, yes, our coffee is more expensive, but 1% goes to some stupid Guatemala children, 1% to save trees, and so on and so on. This is ideology at its wonderful purest. In the old times, we were at least aware that we are consumers, So you have to do something, help, charity, socially conscious. Starbucks has come with a wonderful ideological mechanism. Why not include into the price of the commodity the consumerist solidarity, whatever aspect, so that the more you consume, the more at the same time you display social, social solidarity and so on are already part of the commodity price. Here is the material force of ideology. And I'm here suspect even of green movement, sometimes making things out of best intentions. Where do you have their ideology? Let me be brutally frank. I'm sorry if this line is known to some of you. Why do we really buy those half-rotten apples who cost twice more than those wonderful genetically manipulated apples? Is it really that we believe that they're substantially more healthy, better? I claim many of us do not believe it. We are too cynical. But it makes us feel warm, isn't it nice? By buying an apple, I'm doing something for the humanity also. I participate in the great movement of helping Mother Earth and all that and all that. Here is the materiality of ideology. Here we have to win.